Okie doke. I think we're live for the first time in 2 weeks. I think we're live. I'm double checking it with YouTube right now. They are our partners. Yes, we're live. Hello, peeps. Thanks for tuning in. As you're rolling in, just want to say, go Big Red. Proud of the Nebraska boys on the baseball diamond. Let's be honest, they got screwed, right? Keymo?
Yeah.
You know, it's, by the way, Keymo moved, guys. He's in a new part of town.
I am in Los Feliz. I have my own office. I'm really excited about this. But first, what a way to come back. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Brett.
Woo! Thank you, man. It's good to another year around the sun. This is a fun way. This is a memorable birthday, to get to do a birthday on a podcast, so it's on a live stream. It's good.
I'm honored to be here with you.
Yeah. So this podcast, this episode, I just invited a bunch of friends to come pop by, say hi, and talk about their teams. We actually have our first guest right now for you. She is one of my favorite Husker fans. Originally from I'm forgetting her fucking hometown name. She's gonna roast me for this shit. Oh, like Oakland Craig. Oakland. Okay, this is Katie Cruz O'Brien.
Yes. I'm so excited. I did not expect this. I did not expect How are you, Katie?
I'm great. How are you, Keymo?
I'm so good. So good to see you. Wow.
Happy birthday, Brett, you piece of shit.
Thank you. I'm trying to fucking get you on the big screen here. I don't know how
you
to
don't
do it.
need to make me any larger. Please, for the love of God. Keep it small. Keep it short.
I love that you're wearing a sweatshirt that just says plants.
I really like that. That's really dope.
Why not? I like plants.
I am so happy that I remembered your town name right at the last second, because you would have just ate my shit alive.
I honestly wouldn't have judged you. It's a small town.
I had no idea who's jumping onto this stream, and when I heard Oakland, I was like, Katie? You're the only person I know from Oakland.
God, I can't believe you remembered that. I'm impressed. Yes.
Yeah. Of course.
I would be surprised if you knew a bunch of other people.
Yeah. I mean, see, us, we're small town, we're 308ers. You're still a 402, but us 308ers can respect a small town 402.
402 will always be better than 308, just saying.
Wait, to help me, where exactly is Oakland? I'm like
it's on the eastern side of Nebraska.
Okay.
Northeastern.
It's how far away from Fremont?
About 30 miles north of Fremont.
So that's where you kicked it most of the time, was Fremont.
Oh yeah, the big city, man. Yeah. Getting out there.
But see, now Katie was out in LA for a while, and she moved back to Omaha, got a dope job, and she's killing it. But most importantly, her allegiance and passion and loyalty to the Nebraska Cornhuskers has never faltered. Mm-hmm. When Katie and I first met, she was at college at Midland Lutheran College, now Midland University in Fremont. And even at that point, her and I, when we were watching Nebraska Cornhusker football game together, when she started screaming at the TV as loud as I did, I was like, okay, yeah, we're going to be friends.
If you can't scream with your friends, who do you scream with?
Literally. And you know what was great is that, so Katie's husband is also our best friend. And he's, though a loving Nebraska fan, he's, Michigan State, and he always was like, wow, Brett's kind of crazy. He screams a lot. But then he met Katie, and then he started meeting more Nebraska people, and he's like, oh, no, this is the Nebraska passion. And then he had a new understanding of it, which is beautiful,
Well, there's really only one team. So it's easy to find that passion. You got to have it. You got it or you don't.
You got it or you don't. He's listening right now, by the way.
You
I
hear
told him
that,
to
Dad?
listen to me.
Yeah.
Oh, he's literally right over there. I love it.
No, shit. You
I don't have a
okay?
microphone like you guys, but
You have a
look so
doll.
pro.
Yeah, what do you? are
I
you
do.
drinking
I have
some
a baby doll. I'm drinking water.
Okay, good.
It
That's
is
healthy.
10
That's good.
p.m. I have to wake up with an infant tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Katie's. But yeah, by the way, Katie, where are you at?
I am in Traverse City, Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I'm like, that's not the kitchen.
This is not our house.
I was like, no.
If you've never been to Traverse City, Michigan, big time wreck. Absolutely one of the most beautiful places in the country, especially at this time in the summer.
Oh yeah.
Nebraska peeps, if you've never been up to northern Michigan, the crazy thing is their lakes, because our lakes are muddy. We're muddy water, and I love Nebraska lakes, but I will never forget the first time I saw a northern Michigan lake, and it was crystal clear blue, and it blew my mind. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
It's absolutely
It's
insane. Hopped in the lake
Yeah.
It's
today.
literally like an ocean.
Yeah.
It's like an ocean. It's huge.
It's beautiful.
But
Don't
you
miss
can-
out.
But you can drink the water.
I mean, I don't, but yeah, I'm sure you could.
Okay, well, I always drank the water when I was up there, so.
I have several follow-up questions for later.
Okay, so Katie is a sincere, diehard Husker fan. Katie, tell me, what are your thoughts on this upcoming season? What are the things you're excited about? What are the things that you're a little worried about?
Things I'm excited about. Tailgating, man.
There it is. There it is.
Family. Getting those hugs in, seeing people again. It's a rough off season with no tailgating.
Hey, if you're listening, that is fucking Nebraska as fuck, okay? Respect the fucking game, Nebraska, okay? I love it. God
Never
damn
lost
it.
a tailgate. I am. I'm very excited for that. Gotta be honest.
Where the fuck is that t-shirt? Never lost a tailgate.
I'm sure it exists.
Show it to me. Let's create it, okay? Katie's a brilliant graphic designer. She does all the posters for my shows, even though I annoy the fuck out of her. She's like, okay, yeah. Okay, so that's what you're excited about. What are you worried about? Who are you you can be honest. It's okay. We're very honest on this podcast.
I mean, over the last several decades, you start each season with a vague positivity that slowly fades with each passing Saturday.
Oh, I say this all the time. We're winning a championship every year. Every year,
I
we're winning the championship.
appreciate your optimism. I will keep it polite. And that's about all I got.
Okay.
GBR.
Thank you. GBR, guys, this is Katie O'Brien. Katie Cruz O'Brien. I like saying Katie Cruz O'Brien. Katie Cruz O'Brien. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Tell Blake I said hi. And
What's up, Blake?
Yeah, GBR.
Happy birthday, dude.
Thank you so much. We'll see you. Bye.
This is awesome. It's like speed dating.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Okay,
Who's
so
next?
coming up next, we got real quick to talk about. She's a big Duke fan, huge Duke fan. We'll talk about it real quick, and then I got another buddy of mine coming on here, another Husker fan that we went to the Oregon game with, and but real quick, this is my high school junior English teacher, and then she was my speech and drama teacher. This is Miss O, and the best Duke fan that I've ever met. This is Miss O. Hi, Miss O. Angie.
Hello.
Angie. I'm always going to call
Hi,
her
Miss O.
Hello.
Where are
She's
you?
on a boat. Wow, she's bougie.
I am on vacation. I'm in Minnesota.
I didn't even know you were on vacation. You didn't have to do this on vacation.
It's okay.
Jesus.
It's awesome.
You're an angel for doing that. I had no idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. You asked me about Duke. I'm going to be here, rain or shine.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Okay, so my favorite story about Miss O. Okay, so Miss O, this is my buddy.
No.
Keymo. This is my buddy
Hello.
Keymo. He's from GI, Nebraska. He went to Grand Island Northwest.
Hello.
Yeah, she know. Yeah, we competed against Grand Island Northwest in speech and stuff.
Mhm.
And so we go. This was after state speech, and we go to in Kearney. We go to the TGI Fridays, and Duke is in like the Final Four, or the Elite Eight. What was it? Oh,
I think it was the Sweet 16.
None of the above. But.
And we're all out as a team, like we're all. And I'm like, "Where's Miss O?" And they're like, "Oh, we think she's watching the game." And I like go up to the bar where the TV's on, and she's like screaming at the TV.
Let me be fair here.
And
Let's be fair.
She never cusses, and she's off work. It was totally, and she was like, "Are you?" Like she was cussing, and I was like, and then she saw me. She's like, "Brett, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have cussed. I shouldn't."
We lost a
But
17-point lead.
hard. I know. Listen, I know, and I admire, and people that watch this show admire passion. Okay, it's okay to be critical and have high expectations of your team, and we love it here. Okay, so speaking of, Coach K, what are your thoughts? Him taking off.
Well,
You feel betrayed?
I knew it was coming, but I'm sad. I've been a Duke fan since 1986. And so really I've been a Coach K fan, I would say, more than even a Duke fan. And so I knew this was going to happen, but I was sad, and I think it's going to be really hard to replace him. Look what happened with Tom Osborne. Disaster. Disaster.
Well, wait, they're high. So you're worried about the assistant coach coming in?
Well, I don't know. It's going to be a tough shoes to fill, and Shire has been there.
Yeah. Like
he's
you
been
feel
there.
like, yeah. Go ahead.
He's won a national championship. I think current players are comfortable with him, but it'll take some time for him to figure it out. And he's admitted as much. And I think as long as he is himself and not trying to repeat being Coach K, we might not have the same success, but we'll have success.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Go ahead, Keymo. Yeah.
Has Coach K said if he's officially retired? Is he maybe going to the NBA?
Yeah,
no, he's definitely. No.
Okay.
He's done. He's 75.
I mean, here's my thing. What else do you want from the guy? Okay, the guy's won five national championships. He's gone to like 14 Final Fours. Guy's getting bored more than anything. Okay, he's got He's got a gold medal as a college coach. Like, what else do you want from the guy? I'm sure he's
championship.
Okay.
No.
Hey, I would feel the same way as a fan. Okay.
No, he's done everything that he needs to do, but it's just hard to imagine Duke without him. He's basically the face of Duke, and that can be a good or bad thing. If somebody's kind of the face of a program, then it doesn't leave a lot of room for the people to have freedom to necessarily be anything other than that face. So I think it'll be exciting, but it's a little nerve-wracking to think about what it might look like. Totally. I lived through 1995, Brett. Lived through 1995 when we only won 12 games and Coach K was out with his back.
But you had Nebraska Cornhuskers winning a national championship, so you had that to help you out, right?
I did. That did help. But it didn't help with my students harassing me.
Dude,
harassing me.
Everyone does give you shit. I felt bad. I was like, take it easy.
So much. But then I just reference when we win, and then they say, stop living in the past. So it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, Miss O, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Especially on your vacation. You're an absolute angel.
It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you. Happy birthday, Brett.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll see ya.
See ya. Peace out.
Thank you. Bye.
She's rad, bro.
The best. I mean, so
on a lake, like, wow.
On a lake, let's go, dude. Okay, so this next guest, we met going to a Nebraska game in Oregon, the Oregon game that we got killed, right? But so Tory worked with my best buddy from high school at the University of Nebraska. But Tory got in hours before them. And by the time that my buddies got in, how I knew Tory, it was like Tory and I were like as good as friends of them, if not better. I don't know how it happened, but that's just what it was. And anyway, we've been, great buddies ever since. This is Tory Ball joining us tonight. How are you, buddy?
What's up, Tory?
What's good, my man?
What's up, dude?
Yo, Keymo? Can you tell me your name?
Keymo. Yep.
I actually had a teacher in high school named Keymo.
No way. Is he from Hawaii?
Like his last name was Keymo.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it just threw me off a little bit. I'm sorry. Random.
No.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
Wait, Tory, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Georgia, man. Like down south, born and bred, Athens, Georgia, University of Georgia.
Okay. Bold one.
Okay,
And you've been reaching, man. I saw your last two guests, man, like a Duke fan. Now you got somebody that's been all around the nation. Like, dang, you must have some friends in high places.
Dude, I love, meeting people and just good people, man. I mean, and, you and I, it was a magic connection, man. I always tell people about, so Tory worked at the University of Oregon, then he worked at the University of Nebraska, and he got a promotion to come to University of Nebraska, then he got a promotion to go to God damn it, Marquette, Dwayne Wade School, Marquette.
Yeah.
And so, sorry, I'll let you say what you do, Tory.
No, man, I'm here at Marquette. I'm the assistant AD of marketing. So I'm technically the chief marketing officer. I handle all of our marketing, fan engagement, any of that stuff is on me and my department. So
congratulations on that, man.
Thank you. It is an amazing job. Working in sports is always fun. Scary during this last year in the pandemic, but
Sure.
It is definitely one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life to dedicate it to student athletes and sporting events.
So we got Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, right?
Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder,
Steve Novak.
I didn't know that.
Steve Novak,
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Travis Diener, Marcus
That's
Howard now.
School. Great school.
Yeah, no, it's one of those basketball powerhouses that sit on the outside of the Dukes, the Kentuckys, but definitely they do everything the right way. In terms of basketball, obviously we don't have football here, but top-notch basketball program, one of the best I've ever been a part of.
So Tory, let me ask you, but beyond their dope alumni, what is it that Marquette touts their program as? Like, how do they get great recruits to come to the Marquette basketball program?
Dude, Jordan.
Really?
Like they're a Jordan brand school. They're one of the first Jordan elite schools. Man, the guys are always dripped in Jordan gear. They get pretty much all of the new retros that come out. I'm just like, hey, can I get one? Maybe one of them, please? Looking up, like, man. But no, I think recruits are impressed with when they first come here. Now we have a new coach. So speaking of the is her name O that just left off? The Duke fan. We had Wojo here, who was a Duke great. He coached here over last year, and now we have Shaka Smart, who came in from Texas. And I think the first thing that when recruits will come, they'll see him, his personality. He's an amazing dude. But the second thing they'll see, like, we have great facilities to be a basketball school, and then they lay out like 20 pair of Jordans on your first day. So you like, oh, I get to pick from all of these? Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Wait, they have 20 different pairs?
And more than 20.
What?
More than 20. There's a shoe wall in their offices.
They're Marquette Jordans. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's you see DJ Khaled with them, you see Offset, like they're looking for the Marquette fours or the Marquette ones. It's the craziest thing. Shoe culture is the craziest thing, and I think that's what brings a lot of kids here to Marquette. They get all the cool gear and all the cool shoes.
Well, Brett, we spoke about this, and we spoke about, like, if we were a high school kid coming out of high school, the Oregons, which Tory, you were at, like, obviously Oregon, you're gonna look fresh every Saturday on the field.
Yeah,
every uniform is gonna be different. Like, that's important now. Like with Nebraska, we've always just been simple. I just saw we got some Adidas boosts for the players. Like, we're just very simple, and I feel like these kids now, and we always hate to call them kids, but it matters. It matters what they're going to look like on the gram, online. When they go to these visits, they lace them up to see what they look like. They want to look fresh, and that's why Nebraska's been doing these alternate uniforms, which a lot of the older fans don't really like, but it is important, right?
I definitely agree with you. I was at Oregon for a year, and the one thing that they always said is that they built a tradition of innovation. So, like, their tradition is no tradition. Like, we liked this lime green uniform last year. We're going to scrap that, and we're going to do a gold one this year. Like, that is the thing that, especially for recruits, they look at like, oh yeah, I love to be a part of that. And I think the one thing when I was at Nebraska, and I love Nebraska, it was amazing atmosphere. I met some of my best friends there. I think they do struggle with that innovation piece. And I think that was something that I pushed my entire time there. And even, you said it, like, getting a kid some Ultra Boost is great, but at this point, how college athletics is going, you got to get them 3 pair of Ultra Boosts to make them feel good. And I hate that it's how it is, because I played football at Syracuse, and I hate it because, man, we had to turn our socks in. Like, if I wanted a new pair of socks, I would have to go turn in my old pair of socks.
Wow.
And now they're like, oh, give me 4 pair of shoes, and without even thinking about it.
So at Oregon, did the players have to? Yeah. The Oregon, you had to give everything back, right? You can't keep your jerseys. You can't. Maybe your gloves.
They're not supposed to take anything until after they're done. So after they're done, they're supposed to pay fair market rate for the stuff. So, like, say you got 10 jerseys by the time you were done at Oregon, you wore 10 jerseys. You're supposed to pay fair market rate for that stuff. Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes, some things slip through the cracks, but most of the time those kids are paying for those jerseys when they get done. But, paying $100 for 10 jerseys when you go to the NFL, that's $1,000. That's nothing,
Right.
Let me ask you this, Tory. In terms of the Nebraska program, and also if you don't want to get too specific, I get it, because Nebraska people get all butthurt about it. But what do you think that we could be doing better in recruiting in terms of, like, attracting kids from out of state that don't necessarily know the Nebraska tradition? Which, let's be honest, I'm sorry, I love Nebraska. Like, we've won championships, and that's amazing. But and people are recognizing this, but, like, no one gives a shit anymore, like, respectfully. And so, like, that's why I'm like, anyway, so what do you,
I think kids don't, like, the kids that are coming up now don't even know that Nebraska won national championships. Those championships were before they were even born. They their parents will tell them, hey, Nebraska used to be a powerhouse. But to be honest, some of those championships, their parents weren't even really, like, into football at that point in time in their lives. So getting back to your question, what I think Nebraska needs to do, that's like if you had the answer to that question, you'd be a multi-millionaire right now. Because Nebraska is searching for
Nebraska.
I wish. Hey, Brett, if you can get me that job,
yo, that's the dream right there. You would
the next Bill Moose.
Yeah.
But no, I think a lot of things can be done, in football in general, and basketball too. It's an arms race, right? Like, facilities is one of those things, like making sure your facilities are always up to date. But Nebraska is doing it now.
The Ben Simmons, What do you think of the new? Have you seen the new specs for the?
Yeah. Ben actually showed me, and they look really, really good. And I'm jealous because I'm at a school that doesn't have football, but seeing those digs, I would love to just go and play catch on that thing. It's crazy.
Dude, you will come back.
Yeah,
man.
I'll make it back. I definitely will make it back. Back to your recruiting question. I think Nebraska needs to step up their innovation in like what they are presenting to kids. Like, hey, this is who we are, but you also have to morph into what kids need you to be. At this point in time, we literally talked about it. Like, hey, you need swaggy gear, new shoes, new this, new that. I think those are some of the things that they have to address. And the only way to address those things is if people keep giving money to help the programs, if people donate, people like push the culture forward. Even though, like you literally just said this, people hate the innovative jerseys, like the black jerseys, the altered, like they hate those. Those are things that these kids coming up love. Like they absolutely love it. Like here at Marquette, we did a black jersey. Our older fan base completely hated it, but our players, if you ask them at the end of the year what was their favorite jersey, it was the black one. Yeah. And you ask our students, it was the black one. So sometimes my last thing that we have to do in recruiting is have to get out our own way. Let the kids tell us what they want. Let the kids tell us what they need, and then that way we'll ultimately be better at recruiting, to be honest.
I hit my mic clapping for you, dude. I totally agree, man. Like who are you trying to get? And this is my thing too, is that, you know, when you're talking to kids, it's of course what's going to attract them immediately, where it's like, oh, you get all the swag and whatnot, but also like, what is the thing that is going, like, what are your parents looking for too? And like stability, and like, so like to my next question, there's been talk about players getting compensation for their likenesses, or like, you know what I mean? Like for jerseys and whatnot. And to me, they're like, I am a proponent of that. I think that I mean, dude, case in point, Justin Fields. Okay, you can't tell me how much money that Ohio State made off of Justin Fields. And granted, he gets a free education at Ohio State University. But let's look at how much that costs. What, $80,000 at the most? Okay, that's 1 year, not even of what he made them, of the 4 years that he was there, how long he was there. Like he was there 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Even still, like that's not even close to how much money he made them. Like, let's just be honest. And like when you're talking about, and there's ways to do it, but like, you know, when you're talking about a fan base and like, hey, you're going to make this much money off of your jersey sales or whatever it is, like, do you think that type of thing is a good thing? And also, obviously, do you think it's going to benefit programs like Nebraska with such strong and loyal fan bases? Who Nebraska is and this will be our last question because we've got another guest waiting in the thing, and I don't want to keep you too long either. But do you think that it's feasible? Do you think it's right? And like, where does that put? I think, because I feel like it puts Nebraska on a way different level recruiting wise.
So I have to be super political with this one. Totally. Because I know behind the curtain, right? Sure. So I know that, like, first of all, I do think it will be a great idea to get student athletes paid off their name, image, and likeness. I go back to my time at Syracuse. I wasn't the best, but I would see myself, on.
By the way, Tory played defensive end at Syracuse.
Nice.
I did. I was a big boy. But no, I do think it will eventually get done, and I do think it's the right thing to do. Peeking behind the curtains on like how that's going to get done is going to be the harder piece. There's a whole bunch of talk about, is it going to take away, football players getting paid is one thing, but there's other kids in the athletic department in Nebraska. I think it's like 400 or 500 kids in the athletic department. Is that going to take away from their scholarships because they're paying football players? And there's so many different issues that are aligned with this one name, image, likeness issue. The other piece of it is you talked about Nebraska and will it help Nebraska? Nebraska has a rabid fan base, and especially when we're talking about social media, they are foaming at the bits to get some content from a football student athlete. So I do think, or football or volleyball. But if student athletes know what they're doing and put themselves in a good position to monetize their social media, I think it's a great idea in theory. In practice, it's going to be hard. There needs to be more compliance. There needs to be more regulations around it just to make sure they're doing it the right way. And to say that it can be done in this year is going to be tough, but also to say that student athletes aren't going to get cheated in these first couple of years. Like, those are things that could happen, and I don't want it to happen. But if it does happen, I do believe schools like Nebraska will be helped. Like, schools like Nebraska that have 100,000 people that'll come to a spring game will definitely help. When you can say, hey, we have 100,000 people in our stadium, as soon as you sign on the dotted line, you're going to get, 10,000 new followers, and that's going to help you monetize, your name, image, likeness. I think that will help schools like Nebraska. But it's a bigger issue than just, this. We see it as this one little minute issue, but it's really bigger than that. So yeah, that's my long answer. I'm sorry.
Dude, no, that's great. That's really great insight. And because we've talked about it before on the podcast, and obviously wanted to get your insight on it. It's a very great insight to know. So anyway, Tory,
I have to say this because everybody else has said it already. Happy birthday.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you so much for popping on. I know you're a busy guy.
Tory, we need to bring you back.
Yeah, we'll absolutely.
I will definitely come back anytime, man. Anytime.
More.
As long as the wife lets me, I'll be back.
Hey,
yeah, we'll do
it. And I love Tory's not even married yet, and he's already calling her his wife. So that's I like that.
It's the best, bro. It's the best.
That's it. That's love, baby. That's love. I love it, man.
Try, man. I try.
Congratulations in person, man. I haven't got to congratulate you in person.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I look forward
nice
to
meet you, Tory.
Very soon. Man.
Nice to meet you as well. All right, guys.
All right, see you, man.
That was awesome.
Tory's a good man. All right, we're gonna listen. We're getting right to our next guest, guys. As my best buddy from high school, known him since second grade, Jordan Stadler. There he is.
Let's go, Jordan. How are you, man?
Keymo, what up, buddy?
What's up? It's been a minute, man. Where are you now?
So Omaha, Nebraska.
You moved back. That's what I heard. Yes.
To the good life.
We bounced last March. 2 kids, 2 and 5. So growing up, we wanted to get them back to the good life, and
you got a yard.
Yeah, we got a house.
All that.
We got a yard. We've got
can't
a
beat
neighborhood. It. Yeah,
but you guys got a taste of the West Coast life.
Yeah,
you got a little bit of it. Head back to the good life. I love it.
Yeah, dude, we were reluctant to leave because Cali fit us. We loved it, but it was kind of a long-term family decision to do it. So I did it right before the pandemic, so that worked out well. Moved back.
Hell yeah.
March.
He's crushing it. He's got his own business going now. Jordan said, "I'm fucking jumping in the deep end, and I'm gonna keep swimming down until I find what I want."
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Exactly.
For real.
Breezy, happy birthday, buddy. Thanks for having me on.
Man. Dude, absolutely. What a treat, right?
Yeah,
I was so happy she was able to do it and said yes on her vacation.
Dude, that's great. Nice. I mean, she was like on the lake, so I mean, you can't.
Yeah, right. That's of course I could do it. Of course I could do it. I'll be on the lake. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, right.
No, it was great seeing her though.
For sure.
So Joe and I, we're on a text thread throughout the Husker season. And I mean, we're constantly, we're best buds. We're always talking about it. But Jordan and I on our text thread, I would venture to say, are the most realistic of Husker fans on our text thread.
Absolutely.
I think that we're the most, I think most Husker fans would call us negative/bad Husker fans, but Jordan and I just acknowledge we recognize where other college programs are at and what coaches have done and new coaches have done at programs, and then we just look at what our coach is doing, and it's not great, So anyway, but Joe and I are both positive. We still believe in what's coming, but want to have Joe
We're
come and
positive
talk.
most of the time.
Yeah. So wait, Joe, what are you excited about as a Husker fan this season? What are you most worried about?
Dude, so I gotta tell Keymo this because it's kind of funny. Last year, because of the season, there was a stretch of about 2 or 3 games where I intentionally didn't watch, and it was the most liberating thing I've ever done. Because when I go back to my phone, and I read through 100 text messages from Brett and the boys and my college boys. It is depressing.
Yeah.
It is depressing. And I'm just as big a fan as Brett. And it was hard to do that, but holy smokes. I took a couple games off. I'd peek at the score once in a while and just be glad I wasn't watching. But man, talk about it doesn't ruin your Saturday. It doesn't ruin your weekend.
And Joe said this too. He's like, I'm not gonna watch. He's like, I'm not gonna ruin my weekend. Like, I'm just like, that's how passionate Husker fans are. Like, it really means that much to us. I vibe with that, Joe.
What was that stretch? What was that 3-game stretch you didn't watch?
Oh man, I can't remember the games. I'll have to look back and let you know. But it was a good 3 games. There was one game I think that was close. I can't remember what they were, but yeah, it was refreshing to say the least.
I tell Brett all the time is like when I'm watching in LA, the game is on at 9 a.m. It's over by 12 or 12:30, whatever, and I feel like the whole city of LA is just watching me. The day is ruined. I'm drunk already before noon.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing my Husker gear, walking down Melrose or whatever. I'm like, God, and everybody's laughing at me, but no one cares out here. No one cares.
I know.
They don't even care about UCLA or USC out here. They're just like,
yeah,
whatever.
And Brett and I've talked about this. I feel like when you live in California as a Husker fan, your passion grows even stronger because you're not around it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have as many people to share it with. So it's like, at least it was for me, and I know Brett especially. He's been out there. He was out there way longer than I was. Brett, you're probably something like 15 years, but yeah, that was the crazy thing. And it's funny, when we first moved back last year, I'd be at the store and I'd see a Husker shirt, and I'd about to be like, hey, and I'd be like, oh wait, I'm in Nebraska, so that's not funny.
Everyone likes.
Dude, I do that same thing when I'm back. I'm like, oh yeah.
So. Dude, but
how depressing is it in Nebraska when we lose? Is it? It's just a ghost town.
Yeah. Well, so we moved back like right before the pandemic, so we couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't have people over, so I couldn't even. And dude, Keymo, I don't want to say we moved back because of Husker football, but that was a plus. That was something. That was something I was looking forward to, man. That was. I was looking forward to it. So there's a damper on that, but you were asking Tory, what does Nebraska need to do? And I think Tory was right on with all of his points.
Oh,
but you got to add in there WIN.
Yeah.
WIN, win.
Yeah.
Because we've got the name. I think the swag can be better. The drip, as you guys were talking about. Flash it up, flare it up. That's what the kids like. You got to listen to them.
You know what? Go ahead, Joe. Sorry, finish.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say what I was gonna say with Tory. What sucks is that I feel like Nebraska culture, just Nebraska people, like, because I remember this goes back to when I wore Jordans in 6th grade, and I remember I got so many comments made to me, like either from like players that we were playing against or coaches of the other team, like commenting that I was wearing Jordans because they were flashy. Like, Nebraska people are just very like lovingly, they're just like, it's like, no, like you don't need to be flashy, just like, live your life, like whatever. And I feel like anytime, and I have the same reaction, anytime that we have a flashy alternate jersey, I'm like, I don't like it. And I hate that about me, because like I want to be more like out there, whatever, but like
accepting of it. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of grew to like it, and I don't know. After all the years of sorrow, you gotta look different. You gotta look for change. But back to your question about what I'm excited for the season, and Scott Frost. It's nothing that we haven't talked about before. You and Keymo haven't talked about on your podcast, but I think that year 4 is big because, and these are obvious bullet points, but I'm going to say them anyway. Year 4 is big because it's all Scott's guys, and he has no more excuses.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say that as if like I'm mad at him or disappointed, but it's just a fact. He's got all his guys, and the thing that I keep falling back on is a comment Moose made at the very beginning, because Moose is an outsider coming in, and I think he's doing a great job. And he said a lot of things that have kind of come to fruition over the years, but the one thing I keep falling back on is he was pressured with questions as to how soon are we going to be good? When are we going to be back in the playoffs? When are we going to be relevant again? And Moose, with a straight face, was like, I think 6 years is realistic. And everybody was like, what? 6? How about 1? Because that's what everybody was wanting. So we went through 2 decades of hell. So I fall back on Moose's comment of 6 years. However, it's like we talked, Brett, we didn't see much progress from 1 to 2 to 3. So that's the unnerving part. So 4 is big because you got to make some progress. Now, sorry, jumping around here, but Roy Halou is the pastor of our church, and we were talking about it one day. Hey, shout out.
Wait. Roy Halou?
Roy Halou. Another time, another
Really?
place, Keymo. It's a long story.
Like running back Roy Halou?
Should I tell everybody real
Shut
quick
up.
how I got to know Roy? Yeah.
I love Roy.
If you don't know, Roy Halou is one of the
Keymo.
greatest Nebraska
Brett,
running
hold on,
backs of
sidebar
all
here.
time.
Dude,
And he's the pastor at Jordan's church.
so Keymo, real quick. Sarah took the kids to the park, and she saw this other.
Okay, wait, Joe, you're cutting out a bit. Hey, you cut off your video, right?
With 5 kids.
Oh, we might have lost him.
Oh boy, we might have lost him. Joe, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna take you out and bring you back in real quick.
Roy Halou?
All right. Roy Halou!
I didn't know he was from
Unbelievable,
Nebraska.
right?
I love
Unbelievable.
Roy Halou. Yeah,
Okay,
he's
we'll
great.
see if
All
Joe's
right,
back
hold on.
here. Joe, how you doing?
Yeah.
You there?
I'm here.
Joe.
The Wi-Fi
Yes,
in
yes.
Nebraska
Can you hear
is
me?
terrible.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Are you there?
He has to
Can you
hide it.
hear
He
us?
has to hide in the closet to get better Wi-Fi.
Joe?
Yeah.
I think it's just super
can you hear me?
delayed. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, finish your last thought and then we'll let you go. It's super delayed.
Sorry. Let me see if I can get to a better spot here.
I didn't know we had Matthew McConaughey on the show tonight.
Dude, it does look like
Keymo,
Matthew.
I love you, buddy.
Matthew
I'm
McConaughey.
gonna say
Yeah,
go
he's
off
got
in the
a cut,
comments
man.
if you think he looks like Matthew McConaughey.
Can you hear me all right? Can you see
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Here, I'm going to go outside.
I love it. We have to have all these guests back, Brett. This is awesome.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Joe, you there?
Shall we
Oh, we
move
might
to
have lost
next?
Yeah.
Can
Joe.
you guys hear me all right? Trying to get a good signal.
Joe,
I love it. I love it.
can you hear us? Joe.
Dude. I can hear you. Can you
Yeah,
hear
we
me?
can hear you.
Can you hear me, Brett?
Can you hear us?
Dude, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
That's okay.
I'm outside.
Hey, I'll
can
text
hear
you. Thank you for coming on the show, Joe. I love you. Okay. All right, we're gonna get to our next guest.
I love
All right.
it.
So this next guest, great friend of mine. One of my favorite stories to tell about Zora is, well, if he's okay, there he is. To tell about Zora is, we were walking on the sidewalk, minding our own business, and then out of nowhere, this guy's like walks by. He's like, "You know, I can dunk on you, right?" And I was like, I looked at him, and then I'm like, "Oh, he's talking to Zora." And Zora just calmly is like, "Oh yeah, you think so?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, for real." He's like, "Oh, okay, all right." And then we just keep walking. And I'm like, "Did you know who that was?" He's like, "No." I was like, "That was a complete stranger?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Does that happen to you all the time?" He's like, "Yeah. People tell me they can dunk on me all the time." Zora Beacon Gaga, guys, okay?
There he is.
Literally,
Zora.
okay. Zora and I performed at UCB for years. He's a TV writer, hilarious guy. That's my favorite story to tell of you, Zora.
Zora, you know what's really funny? I just moved from Hollywood and Highland area, and I've seen you run past me a few times.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you jog around the area, right? I mean, you're not too far from me, from my last spot, but I've seen you running. I was like, that's
Yeah. Did I like run right past you?
Oh yeah, it's been multiple times. I'm like, you know what?
Fuck.
Wow.
I'll see.
Wow.
He moved. You made him move, Zora. He moved to Los Feliz. He's like, we don't feel welcome in this neighborhood, and they moved.
Wow.
Are you still there?
I actually moved.
Oh, okay.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not me.
No, it was you for sure.
No, I moved. Sorry, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with my background here?
No, it's dope, dude. You look.
I like it.
Dude, you look rich as fuck right now. Just stay right there.
Well, look. This is a 360 view here.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the bookshelf. Maybe the bookshelf. The bookshelf's really nice.
Where are you now?
I live in Los Feliz, but I did for a hot minute live, right next to you, and I remember.
Bro, I just moved to Los Feliz.
What?
Literally last week.
You guys are tethered.
That's crazy. What?
I'm right
street?
On Palmerston or Franklin or Los Feliz and Palmerston. Or not Los Feliz, but Franklin and Palmerston. I'm right by, it's like Kenmore and Franklin, or there's a Buddhist church right on Franklin there.
If you're listening and you know where that is, text Keymo.
Where are you at? Let's see.
I'm sorry, I gotta close this. This is like a view in my bathroom. That's not
no, dude. We get it. This is a flex on like how big your place is. You're like, let me
That's
just roll.
Huge. You can roll your chair across.
Let me just roll for 5 minutes.
No, dude. I paid my dues at that spot that was near Keymo's old place.
You did, man. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I don't know where Kenmore Street is, but I'm basically I'm right around the corner from Tu Madre.
Okay, go ahead, speak. I'm gonna look this up.
It's a good spot.
Good spot.
Okay, Zora. So I texted Zora. I was like, "Hey, come on my podcast to tell me hi and wish the Huskers well."
Yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead.
first, happy birthday! Happy birthday to you, Brett.
Hey, thanks, man.
Super excited to just, you know what I mean? Like, talk about fucking Huskers. So, I don't know if you guys know Brent Pope.
Oh yeah. You got.
So Brent Pope had a birthday recently, like about a month and a half ago, and he had he requested. It was a surprise roast that his wife kind of threw, and so I was one of the roasters, and I decided to spend probably maybe 45% of my roast set just talking about Nebraska basketball. Because Brent Pope is a huge Nebraska fan, and
Yeah.
I don't know who's the bigger fan between you and him. Truly, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I found out that Nebraska basketball is just famously terrible.
Oh, yeah. Horrible.
Yeah, and so I just thought it was really funny to kind of spend just too much time talking about.
I remember you going off on it. I remember you
Yeah.
telling me about it. I'm like, yeah, he ain't wrong.
Yeah, but it's a funny little quirk, but the basketball team is great, and the football team is great.
I mean, we're okay.
We got a 5-star.
We got a 5-star.
I thought that the funniest detail that I discovered, other than the fact that Nebraska basketball has never ever won an NCAA tournament game, they've never made it past the first round, that their most notable alumni is Tyronn Lue.
Woo!
And number 2 is Eric Piakowski,
who just advanced to the next round of the NBA playoffs with the Clips. Okay,
he did.
But Tyronn Lue, he may become like a legendary coach. But at the time, this was before the Clippers had made it past, the fucking Mavs and all that. And so the funny detail that I found out was that Tyronn Lue coached the Cavs on all the years that they had LeBron where they didn't win the championship, which I thought was funny. It was like, as soon as he got there, LeBron James had not brought the championship to Cleveland. But anyway.
And how Tyronn Lue is the guy that Iverson walked over. In that shot, he's the guy that Iverson walks over. I'm like,
oh no. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, when he was a Laker.
Amazing.
But to go back, Zora, you live a half a mile from me.
Holy shit, man!
Literally a half a mile.
That's why this podcast took place tonight.
We're like destined to be neighbors.
Yeah, it's just there's something there. I think we need to like meet up or something. There's some vibrations happening. Then we're just getting closer and closer. It's like
there's some vibrations happening. It's like it's like like Mercury in
is that the retrograde
vacuum?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking like the liquid in a vacuum, but yeah, also in retrograde the planet.
I would much rather have it be Mercury in a vacuum than retrograde. I think it's overplayed, honestly. No, it's Mercury in a vacuum.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sorry I didn't say hi, but I do remember like at some point being like, yo, I think I had ran past Brett's friend Keymo.
Yeah.
But it was like it was all like fucking like just peak pandemic. People had masks on. It was like a weird apocalyptic time, especially in that neighborhood.
I hear you.
Yeah. And Brett, you ran with me.
Not past Keymo's house though, because I would have been like, "Oh, that's Keymo," you know.
No, it wasn't past his house. It was always like it was the route. You saw me probably right there on the the intersection of Highland and Milner.
Yeah,
exactly.
You guys will meet again, and we'll connect, and like it'll be, like we'll really meld it,
Yeah, no. But just to lean into the bit though, if I do run into you, Keymo, like, and I'm jogging, I have to not say hi.
I'm
just so you know, like I'm not going to.
No, I'll totally say hi now that we're neighbors.
All right, well, Zora, dude, thank you for waiting to come on, and dude, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Of course, happy birthday! Best of wishes to the Huskers. Really, I do.
We need it.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Much love, Keymo.
We'll take it.
Great to see you. Can't wait to run into you in the neighborhood.
I'll see you in a bit.
All right.
All right, see you, dude. Thanks for coming. Let's see.
Of course.
All right, our next guest, guys. I told you we had a bunch of guests. Okay, our next guest is he's a good buddy of mine, one of my writing partners. We have a YouTube channel together. Any genuine jerk plebes that are watching this will get off on Lucas Hill. His mic. Oh,
I got it. Hey, it's not my first.
I know this guy. I've seen him before.
I'm the fat one.
I've seen him in the videos, Brett. This is the guy. Yeah.
I'm the fat bearded one who looks great next to Brett,
I love it.
That's why he handpicked me.
I'm skinny for his benefit.
Mm-hmm. And I would love to lose weight. He won't let me.
Yeah, I'm like, You stay fattened up, you little porky.
I love
I
the
like poke
Britney
him with a
Spears
little
microphone. The Britney
yeah.
Spears microphone is great. Fucking love it.
Well, you probably know because you've seen the videos. I'm a bit of a performer, so I do something a little more. Yeah,
He
a lot of
teaches performance Zoom class.
I do.
I'm teaching a Zumba after this.
It's really helped me a lot, like to know my frame.
I teach Zumba in my seat. I don't actually move. I'm just
That's fucking funny.
So this whole thing is just to talk about how shitty Nebraska sports are for the most part.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No, I'm just
yeah.
asking.
Go ahead. Yeah. Well, no. We've just been commenting on. Here's the thing. Nebraska. I mean, people like to shit on Nebraska sports, and we don't mind it because it's like, yeah, it also helps us to like deal with the pain of we're true Nebraskans, but is it more fun to just like shit on Nebraska in a loving way as opposed to just being in denial about it / like defensive? Absolutely. That's where we're at right now.
See,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
It's
my
your
show.
talk show.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a skit right now. I like it. Go ahead.
It's like the Ellen DeGeneres Dakota Johnson show.
They should just have their own show.
It is my show. It's also my show.
Well,
Keymo, what did you say? Keymo, what did you say? It's also my show. True.
It's my show too. It's my show too.
I'm a lifelong Cardinals fan, and they're historically bad NFL team.
Not the St. Louis Cardinals.
Who are
Arizona.
very good. Yeah. But I'm always optimistic. I'm like, this is our year. I know the roster sucks and the media doesn't believe in us. Brett, I've known for a long time. You are pessimistic almost all season long. You have no faith whatsoever.
I'm tired of getting my heart broken.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of Nebraska fans that are that way. I think a lot of them don't say anything because they don't really want to be viewed as bad Nebraska fans. But I also think that there is something to be said for, and we've talked about this before on our podcast, where it's having expectations for your team, having reasonable, like fairly high expectations for your team.
Well, that's
a winning team
you guys
in the first 2 years or 3 years is not a high expectation. And so when people get mad at me for being like, guys, this isn't a good sign. We haven't had a winning year since he's been back. Like people are like, dude, come on, man. You're a bad fan. Like come on. Like, it's like, no, I'm not, dude. I'm just like calling out, like you look at our again, totally different sport, but Will Bolt comes in, like we're one of the, like we're bottom of the Big Ten. Yeah, Will Bolt baseball team. Will Bolt comes in, we're the bottom of the Big Ten in 2 years, and one of them was a pandemic year. In 2 years, we were picked to finish 8th in the Big Ten this year. We win the Big Ten. We were very fucking close to being the number 1 overall seed to go to the Super Regional baseball. Like, no matter what, we had an unbelievable 2-year turnaround. And, like, that's what people expected with Scott Frost. And that's not what it's been. And I think that we should look at why we haven't had that type of turnaround.
I think that's fair. I think a lot of people make a lot of money working at Nebraska. They should be held accountable. So
if you're going to flip a house, you better flip it.
You always say that. You always say that.
But Brett, how fun would it be? I think it's really fun losing. We have a lot to talk about. If we're Alabama,
I'm sorry, hang out.
Or Duke
I'm
or
quoting
whoever.
Keymo right now. I think it's
fun.
really fun losing.
Hey, imagine if we start winning all the time. I'm like, well, yeah, we're just good,
that'd be the next podcast will be on the ground floor. You bought low, and when you start winning,
Keymo, this is what I'm talking about.
We don't have anything to talk about. We don't have anything. Brett, our podcast is over if we start winning.
Brett will find something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll find something. I'll start digging into the personal lives of the coaches.
Creepy.
I just want to go to one championship parade. I want to feel like a winner one time, and that's it. But you know what? This whole losing thing, I'm okay with it. Whatever.
I hate this, Keymo.
No.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore. Okay, 2017 Keymo would have never said that.
I know. It's just I'm just used to it now.
As a Suns fan, they haven't been to the playoffs in a decade. So
Hey, yeah, okay, let's talk NBA playoffs.
Let's talk about
yeah.
this. I have a buddy that's a Suns fan, die hard, and it's so good to see him. Like he's literally crying every time they win. I'm like, you know what? This is what sports is about. Because Arizona, Phoenix has not been good since Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash. That might have been the last time you guys went to the playoffs, maybe.
Yeah, 11 years.
Did you see that clip of those like
Kerr
seventh grade boys? Do you see that clip of those seventh grade boys going crazy?
Yeah.
They like all
they're
had Suns jerseys on. Like literally, that was me in like fucking 5th, 6th, 7th grade. Like
yeah, and Mary, my wife, who doesn't even know I like basketball because they've been bad for so long. You know, she's like, oh look, she loved that. Like when she was watching the game, like just endearing. It's you can see they want it so bad. So just be patient; it'll happen. You know,
I'm rooting for you guys, man. I think you guys had the point god now, and I think that's really brought it together. And I think Devin Booker he's always been an elite player. He just never had that second guy that can dish in the ball because they wanted him to be the point guard. But I think he's the guy he's not. He's off the ball.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing to be excited about is I feel like your front office has vision. I mean, you guys have been building that roster for how long? You know, you guys were getting top draft picks. I remember, like, it was like you guys were making moves to get top draft picks.
Booker and Ayton, everything's great, but you have to remember we have Sarver as the owner, and he is one of the worst owners in history. So
really,
he's just completely turned a new leaf. I'm hoping for the best, though. I'm optimistic, unlike Brett. So
is it the GM?
The new GM, yeah. I want to say his last name's Jones. And
like I just feel like you got, and then to go get Chris Paul. Chris Paul was the perfect puzzle piece to add to that
exactly.
team.
That's what they were missing.
Because Devin, you saw in that locker room clip. I mean, Devin Booker's clearly like the star of the team, but he's fine to be like the quiet guy, so that Chris Paul's like the vocal leader, like the clutch guy, you know?
Yeah, it's great. And to have that presence at their age, they're so young, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
So we're on house money right now. I'm just happy to have a playoff series. I'm happy to have 2 now, and I'm hoping for several more. So it's been great. Because second to only football, playoff basketball is the shit. I fucking love it. Yeah.
I mean, it's looking good for your Cardinals too. I believe in Kyler Murray.
Oh, that just warms my heart.
Yeah, I think he really has something special. I think he's, I think give him some time. I think he's there, man. I really do think Kyler's gonna be good. I actually went and saw him down in camp in Dallas. I was working some gig for the Dallas Cowboys. They had all the best Texas quarterbacks or something like that, and he was there and hit. I mean, I feel like I can throw a football, but seeing him throw a football, I'm like, it like zips. It's like
no,
man,
he's insane, and I'm really excited about their future too. But football's tough. We'll see.
No.
And because of Brett, I follow Nebraska. They're one of the sports teams I have in my phone, so I'm always following them.
I was
even following baseball the other day. So
okay, wait. Lucas sent me a video.
This is what the Suns fans share to everybody after every victory. That got popular online. It's really stupid.
Okay. This is pulling it up. Here we go. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
What's the mascot's name again?
What's that?
It's just Gorilla, right? Gorilla is his name.
Yeah, I think he's just called the Suns Gorilla.
Yeah.
It's been a decade of not following him.
Because guess what? It's getting sunny.
I love this Windows Movie Maker.
Suns win. Sunny.
He's a basketball fan, a Suns fan, and a fantastic editor and animator.
It's kind of brilliant.
Whoever made it, yeah.
Yeah.
And the ultimate editor. You just
lost to the Suns.
Wow.
That's how my month's been. Yeah,
that's what we need to put on our YouTube. I don't know why we've been wasting our time with our bullshit.
We do need to learn animation. I've been telling you that.
I've been telling you that. I did not want to learn it myself, but I have told you that.
Hey, you're the point god. I'm just the booker, you know?
Point God. Christ. Okay, so wait, what's your projection then? Do you feel like the Suns are gonna fucking?
I don't like the Nets. I think they can make it to the finals, but the Nets are just too fucking scary, man. Just too fucking scary. So
Even
I see
without
us,
Harden.
even without Harden, they're just nuts. So I see us losing the finals in 6, and that's kind of a pessimistic meets optimistic projection.
And that's a win. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
that would be amazing. Yeah, that would be amazing. So I would be happy with that, but we'll see. We'll see.
You don't think they can win?
I mean, the Nets are just so powerful. they're.
So you're counting out your own team no matter what.
I'm just giving you what my projection is in my.
Who can meet? Who can match? Like, is there any chance of anybody matching up with Kevin Durant on the Nets?
He's the best player playing right now.
No.
So you have no answer. You have no answer whatsoever.
I wouldn't say no answer, but it's gonna. He scores 40 points and makes it look like he just scored 6. Like he's so good, it's insane. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I had all the way, and we could. And that'd be great too. But
if you go all the way, I won't tell. We're not going to post this. I'll delete it.
Yeah, just my part.
Should we make a bet right now? Should we?
I listen. Here's the thing. I think that if they can compete, if they have a guy down low, like if Ayton can really, put something on Durant, I think they got a shot.
Durant can shoot the 3. Ayton's going to have to be on the perimeter. Like it's tough. It's just a tough matchup. They're too good. But on one hand, though, it's Nash winning a champion if that happens. So
That's a win-win.
It's a win-win. Yeah,
it's a good win for Nicole's family.
She needs it.
Our friend Nicole, her brother-in-law is Steve Nash. Anyway,
That's a name drop.
We got relations here to Steve Nash. Was a 2-time MVP.
Not to name drop to you, handful of people watching.
I like it.
All right, well, it's been a damn pleasure having you, Lukey Duke. Thanks so much.
Oh, this has been great. Yeah, this has been really nice. I like your guys' show. I'm excited for it. I think when Nebraska starts getting good, which is going to be probably this season, your influx of viewers.
I like that.
We hope so. We hope so. I mean, yeah, it's only to my 20-some Patreon peeps, so people usually watch it later, and we love them for that. But
as a Suns fan, I can tell you it's possible. So just hang in there.
There we go.
Thank you. I needed to hear that from a true loser. And what if I just fucking hung up, right?
Sorry about that, guys. We need to go 5 minutes, and he's always available.
I literally was like, "Hey, can you?" And before I even finished the text, he was like, "Yeah."
I started knocking on your door.
The 3 dots are going, but he says, "Yeah," already. Yeah.
That's great.
No, good
All
shit.
Right, man.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday, Brett. Happy fucking birthday.
Thanks so much. Hey, I feel like that.
You're alive, are you? You've done it.
Ah! All right.
I said, what I do? Do you do it or do I do it?
I do it.
All right. Fade me away.
That was Lukey Duke.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, there's good peeps here. Just bringing peeps around.
That was really cool, man.
Yeah, we might have a couple more here. I just invited. I had 9 possible guests. I just I'm
gonna go piss. So talk by yourself.
Folks, thanks for tuning in. Keymo's gonna take a pee. We're going long on this one, guys, because it's my birthday. What a year it's been in the pandemic, and I thought that this would be a cool way to, to spend it, just to kind of be connecting with people that all these guests, for the most part, I haven't seen in years. So I thought I'd reconnect with them and talk about sports, because that's a thing that we're all through the pandemic, and even if we weren't seeing each other in person, we were definitely talking about the Husker football season and been talking about NBA playoffs. And so it's while it's reconnecting, it's also just kind of a continuation of our conversations that we've been having, but it is totally different to see people in person, or at least, on Zoom. So, okay, I'm trying to check to make sure that yes, I did send her the right thing. I'm just going to say, just click the link I sent. I emailed you. Okay, sweet. But yeah, we'll see if these folks pop in. There was a couple folks who they were in earlier and then they had to jet.
Wait, while we're waiting for people, can we talk about
this
Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight?
Dude, it was a joke. It was a joke.
But did I watched it, and they got me. I was so against it. I was like, you know what? I'll illegally stream this fight right now. and props to Logan Paul. As much as I want to knock on him, like that's it. And he seemed pretty I don't know, honoring in a sense that he got a fight, if not, or one of the best fighters ever in the history of the sport of boxing. And to go 8 rounds, his cardio was good,
Yo, but you sent me that video. He got knocked out.
Supposedly, yeah. But, it was an exhibition, so it was a show. And, it was a lose-lose situation for Floyd Mayweather because it's like you knock him out in the first round, people are going to be pissed off because you knocked him out. Or if you go all 8 rounds or go further into the rounds, it's like, oh, you couldn't knock out Logan Paul, So it's like, but it was a money grab. He made $50 million to fight a YouTube star. That's insane. So I hope we do get to see more of these like amateurs against professionals, because I think it's fun, and I think if it's hard, like, it's not so serious and people want to see it, because we've talked about this on the podcast before. It's like we all think we can beat these professional athletes. Nah, it's not happening.
Well, it's not that we can beat them. We're just like, what are you doing? But it's easier to look at it's the same thing with acting. It's the same thing with dancing. Oh, I could do that. It's like, no, you can't. I mean, it's like when we were doing that video with Sean, our buddy Sean, who's a professional dancer, choreographer, and like, and I'm like doing the steps with the dancers. I'm like, oh, I look great. I feel great. But then you actually watch the video and they look so much cooler than you. There's a reason. They're professionals. They're
professionals.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm with you on that. Okay, wait. So our next guest, this is Karen Moriyama. She was on Whose Line Is It Anyway? There she is. And a bunch of other she was on Pulp Fiction, all the cool movies. She's
Karen, nice to meet you, Karen.
Unbelievable. I can't believe I'm so stupid.
No, you're not stupid. No, I won't hear that.
Figure it out.
I won't hear that. You are not stupid.
Karen, I've heard so much about you. So nice to meet you. Hopefully, we're gonna meet in person soon.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah.
Where do you? Karen, Keymo's from 45 minutes east of me in small town Nebraska.
Oh my God, you're that guy.
I'm that guy. Yeah, I'm that one guy. Yep, that moved out to LA, trying to pursue a career and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Where do you stay, Karen?
Huh?
Where do you stay?
Where do I stay?
Yeah, where do you
Keymo's
live?
very hipster. It's like instead of live, he says stay.
Oh.
Is that weird? So, where do you live in Los Angeles?
Yeah. I live in Hollywood.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not too far.
I'm doing it on my phone, so I'm like this big.
Karen's being modest. She lives on Beechwood. Don't you, Karen?
Huh?
You live on Beechwood,
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I love my doggy community.
You know Beechwood, Keymo?
Where's that at?
It's a nice little area. It's like right in front of the Hollywood Hills, like in back of Franklin Village.
Yeah, it's really.
I mean, I kind of lived in the Hollywood Hills. I was like the first foothill.
It's very close. Very close.
Yeah, I was off of Camrose and.
Oh yeah.
Glencoe.
Yeah. Camrose is right part of it, right by the bowl.
Exactly.
Malene, you're so dark. Where is that? It's so dark.
Yeah, what happened?
I'm
Why
in
are you
West
so
Hollywood.
dark?
Well, I'm facing the window, and is it bad? I'm sorry.
No, it's just your background looks like you're doing like one of those
I'm
like
in a booth.
Hunter shows.
Tell us a scary story, Brett. It looks
I
like
know I
that.
should. Okay, Karen, glad you can join us. I'm very excited to have you because Karen was my director at the Groundlings on Sunday Company, and Karen, sometimes, depending on how big of a game it was, Karen would have NFL football playing while she staged our shows for Groundlings. On mute. Like it wouldn't be, it just so she could glance over, watch. So she'd like watch our thing, and then while we were getting ready for the next thing, for the next number, she would watch it, and then like would go back.
The show. I couldn't do it during the show. If I could figure out a way to do it, I would. No, that's it was only when we were blocking stuff. I just have it kind of off to the side. Yeah.
Karen's a big Chargers fan. And then wait, remind me who your NBA team is, Karen. I forgot.
Well, it is the Clippers who are playing right now, I think. But...
Oh shit. Okay, well we won't hold you for long.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's just game one. Doesn't matter.
Were you surprised to see your Clips come back and take it? Or?
I actually was. I was.
Really?
Yeah.
I was too.
You thought you were done. You thought Luka had you guys' number.
Luka could do everything he could, though. I will tell you that. Didn't he score 47, 46, 47, something like that?
Yeah, well, he's their team. You look at it's literally, they're like, okay, we're getting rid of Dirk, and then we're going to get Luka. It's the same shit. Oh. That's why they don't win championships. Like, they got to put people around.
But they won one, didn't they?
They won
with Dirk. But how long was Dirk there before they freaking finally got it together and won?
45 years.
Hey, Breezy, some people never do it, okay?
That's right.
Yeah.
Some people never do it. I'm trying to mute my TV right now. That's kind of crazy. All right. So,
So that's my thing though. Okay, let me ask you this.
What?
Do you think Kawhi is, because I'll be honest with you, I don't think George is playing consistent enough basketball right now. Do you think Kawhi can take you guys to the championship?
He did for Toronto.
Yeah, but he had some really good help. He had some outside shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, what you saw in Kawhi in Game 7 of the first series, absolutely. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is why you have the contract you do.
The bigger question is, can Tyronn Lue take the Clippers?
Ooh.
So
shout out to Nebraska again.
Wow, really digging in. You know he's from Nebraska, right, Karen?
Basketball, it's a big deal.
What's that?
Can Tyronn Lue, the coach, take them? I don't know.
Do you? So you have trepidation about Tyronn Lue?
I like him. I liked him when he was playing and stuff. I love that he was, But
what are you worried about though?
Oh no.
You're worried about? No. This is good. What are you worried about with Tyronn Lue?
Just the choices. How can he motivate them? Can they do it? Can they pull it off? They shouldn't be losing at home. They just
right. So you worry that he has the what is it? The personality that this team needs.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Because he's chill as fuck.
Kinda. Yeah. Yes. Are you putting words in my mouth? But I agree with you. Yes.
No, I'm just asking. Because I vibe with. I feel that. I understand that he is a very chill guy. He was that way when he played for Nebraska.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. There's someone at my door. You guys can talk. Hey.
Brett, I've always wondered this. Do you know how? So Karen is a Clipper fan.
Yeah.
We also have friends that are Clipper fans, the Macers and all that. How do you become a Clipper fan or a Laker fan?
Well, Karen, I know Karen's a Chargers fan. She's like a San Diego sports fan. So I think that's where she's like, I'm not cheering for,
the Los Angeles teams,
like the typical LA teams. I'm speculating, but I feel like that's what it is.
No,
because I knew she was a Lakers fan.
But now they're the LA Chargers. But that's cool.
But she's sticking. She's sticking with the Chargers, though. I think.
Yeah. I see.
But that's a question for her too. I can ask her. But Yeah, Karen's one of the most like diehard fans. That's why I love talking sports. Okay, wait, what happened?
Well, I kind of like have all the keys. I'm like that person who has keys in my complex if people lock themselves out. They give me backups and stuff. So
you're the mayor.
I am. I'm kind of the mayor of my building.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why is that not surprising?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So Keymo was asking, how did you become a Clippers fan as opposed to a Lakers fan?
Because I am from San Diego, and the Clippers are originally from San Diego. They were the San Diego Clippers.
Is that right? Okay.
Probably.
Whoa.
And so what happened was San Diego just lost their basketball team, so the Clippers went to LA. They became the LA Clippers. So in a way, I'm super loyal because I stayed a Clippers fan because they were originally the San Diego Clippers. That's on the honest truth.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, when they came here, it was kind of great. So now I have, the team that it's kind of, isn't that weird? And now the Chargers, the San Diego Chargers, and now the LA Chargers. So, see, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, I don't think it's for everybody, but once you're like, you're an AFC for life. I think if your team, whoever you're from, is in the AFC, whatever division they're in, you stay in that division.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some NFC teams I like, but I'm still an AFC gal. Right?
I love that loyalty.
Come on, college, you're gonna stay.
No, I get that. It's the same thing. It's like Big Ten. It's I love that.
See, I'm Pac-10, but you're gonna stay Big Ten or Pac-12 or whatever the fuck it is now. You know what I mean?
Wait, who's your Pac-10 team? Do not say USC.
I don't know if I have a Pac-10 team.
Is Cal
But
in the
you just
Pac-10?
like watching Pac-10, Pac-12? Yeah, Cal is, yeah. Wait, Karen, but you're from San Diego originally, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, are you a Padres
San
fan
Diego
or not?
State? That's cool.
I mean, I went to a lot of Padre games when we were kids, but I'm not really a Padres fan. I mean, they suck, sadly.
They're pretty good this year.
They're not bad, but it's really early, Brett. It's early.
Yeah, you're right. She's watching. I love how she's paying attention.
Yeah, hang on.
You get past the All-Star game, you're still in first, then you'll start to be, you're like, okay, all right, I'm watching. I'm the same way. There's another person at her. She really is the mayor. Well, this has been a pleasure. A birthday podcast. Karen, we're gonna call this thing because we're almost at an hour and a half.
Oh shit! Who did I miss?
Everyone, you missed so many people, all the stars.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. We had people on one by one, so it's perfect.
On my phone.
What's that?
Freaking out. Yeah.
You're fine. Don't worry.
That I couldn't download it. I'm sorry, but I'm so glad I got the tail end of it.
No, you're totally fine.
Thanks. Thanks.
It was a blast to have you.
It was really nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I heard a lot about you.
Meeting you, dude.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
You'll see each other soon.
Yeah. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you so much, Karen. To everyone watching, tuning in, thanks so much for tuning in.
We love Brett. Happy birthday.
Thank you. This has been the Keymo Brett Weekly Sportscast.
Okay.